So student, we are discussing the chapter living world, in which we are going through with the characteristic feature of living beings. The one more important feature that I am going, this is what? Lifespan. You know, lifespan is what? A natural aging period of a organism right from birth to their natural death. This is also what? The characteristic feature and also the defining feature of all the living organism. This is very simple, but it is important. Now I am proceeding our next topic of the chapter. It is systematics. Systematics means what? You know, earlier we have discussed the characteristic feature of all living organism, and we look forward of our surrounding. Then we know that approx 1.7 to 1 million of organisms are known to science. Among these, 1.25 million are of animal species and 0.5 million are of plant species, and remaining are other microbial categories or any other categories of organism. So guys, when you know in our surrounding there are a huge diversity, huge biodiversity, means there are more number of plants, means there are more number of animals, means there are more number of microbes. So how we will identify them, how we will naming them, and how we will have a comparative study. So to solve all such problem, there is a particular branch of biology. This particular branch of biology is further referred as systematics. Systematics is a particular branch of biology that further categorized into identification, nomenclature, and classification, that also further proceed as taxonomy. So systematics means a particular branch of biology that helps to study the organism in various manner and in a scientific manner. Further, systematics is categorized into identification, nomenclature, and classification. Classification, when we proceed to classification, it also referred as taxonomy. Now, what is identification? Identification means to search out the organism into their original habitat and in what way it naturally survive in their surrounding. This is what? Identification. Then the next is nomenclature. This is very important. Nomenclature is very important in a way because with the help of nomenclature, one organism can be identified with one name in whole over the world. One organism can be identified with one name around whole over the world. Nomenclature further preceded by ICBN and ICZN, International Code for Botanical Nomenclature and International Code for Zoological Nomenclature. These are two main patterns among with the help of which we nomenclate the plant as well as we nomenclate the animals. ICBN and ICZN. With the help of this, we proceed the scientific naming of the organism. And this scientific naming of the organism, through which one organism can be identified or can be recognized with one name in whole over the world. This is what? scientific name, or this scientific name or scientific naming procedure is known as binomial nomenclature. Binomial nomenclature, this is what the pattern of scientific naming of organism is very important, proposed by a scientist, that is Carolus Linnaeus, in which we name the organism in two steps. Means one name should be of genus and another surname or subname will be of species. Now this is a new word for you, genus and species. In general way, I would like to explain that, guys, your nickname may be Pinky, Bablu, likewise, but your official name is what? Ram Sharma, ya Ram Singh, ya Ram Verma. In this name, the Ram is what? Your identity, and Sharma, Verma ya Singh is what? The identity of your community. So this, in a same pattern, you are also your scientific name, yeah, your official name is also in two segment. Ram Sharma, Ram is your identity and Sharma is your community identity. So in a way, same way applied over here, means scientific name binomial nomenclature proposed by Carolus Linnaeus, in which we name the organism in two components. One, the individual identity, that is species. One, the individual identity, this is what? Species. And another is what? The identity of the group of that organism, that is genus. How it is possible? I am going to explain. You know, humans, we are humans. Our scientific name is what? Homo sapiens. Indians are Homo sapiens, Americans are Homo sapiens, Brazilians, Africans, all the humans surviving all over the world, they are identified with one name only, and this is what? Homo sapiens. In which what? Sapiens is what? The identity of species. This is what? Species means identity of the human, and this is what? Homo. This is what? The identity of genus, identity of community. What does it mean? Now I am going to explain more. Our early mens, those now they become extinct. Like when you proceed the chapter, you will found some other name, Homo habilis, Homo erectus, means modern man. Now means we are, you are, all the human beings present in our surrounding, they are what? Homo sapiens. Homo is what? Genus. Sapiens is what? Species. And when you go through with your book, it is referred as a specific epithet. So when in our early forms human beings are extinct, but they belong to the genus Homo, and the species, yeah, specific epithet is what? Habilis. Another, our early mens are Homo erectus, Homo habilis. Now they are disappear, extinct, but they and us all are belong to same genus, that is Homo, and these are what? The genus. Sapiens is what? The identity of us, and habilis is what? The identity of the organism or the humans, they disappear. One more example I would like to give you, that is Mango. Common name is what? Mango. You know, the first step of this systematic is what? Identification. Identification means we are supposed to find out the organism in their natural habitat with their general name, like humans, like mango. The scientific name of mango is what? Mangifera indica. Indica referred to species and Mangifera referred to the genus. Because mango developed in India, mango grown up in India as well as in America, Thailand, Myanmar, everywhere there is the agriculture, there is a agriculture of mango, but the Indian mango is referred as Mangifera indica. And the mango developed in Thailand, Myanmar, they are having scientific name as Mangifera foetida. So foetida was the species, was the mango variety that developed in Thailand, Myanmar, and indica is what? The species or particular identity of the mango that develop in India. So guys, remember scientific naming that further proceed with the help of binomial nomenclature, in which always one name belong to genus and means the name of community, and another is what? The name of species, mean the particular identity of that organism. Now, one more thing I would like to tell you, then when we are going to categorize the organism with the help of this binomial nomenclature, we have to take some precautions. Precautions means, suppose if we are going to write this scientific name by hand or by manually, then the first name means the genus name should be start with capital. Remember, this is very important. The first name always start with capital, and the next name means specific epithet we will write in a small letter, and we will underline them separately, not continuously, separately. And suppose we are typing them, then it will be type in italic. So these are some precautions when we are supposed to naming the organism through binomial nomenclature. We will write them. If we are writing them in manually, the first name will be of genus, another will be species. We will separate them, underline, or we are going to write them, then it will be in italic. Then the next part of systematic is what? Classification or taxonomy, that I told you earlier. The next step of systematic is what? Classification and taxonomy. Classification means the grouping of organism, the cataloging of organism on the basis of some general characters. Some general character means, you know, organism living in water, they are aquatic organism. Organism living on the land surface, they are terrestrial organism. Or organism living on the branches of trees, they are arboreal or aerial. This is what the classification on the basis of general characters, on the basis of simple observations. But earlier I told you in our surrounding there is a huge variety of organisms. So we have to categorize them in a specific manner. For this specific classification, the further classification pattern become more updated, and when it become more updated, then it is referred as taxonomy. Taxonomy is what? The classification of organism with more internal and more external character based classification. Means, as I told you earlier, classification is what? Organisms that living in water, it is aquatic, but inside the water, you know, there are fishes, there are some reptiles also, there are some mollusks also, there are so many type of variety. If you talk about a simple example, I am giving you a simple example, fishes live in water, live in fresh water, inland water. Inland water or fresh water means fishes are surviving in pond, lake. The water of pond, lake is what? Fresh water. And the water of oceans or seas is what? Marine water. So when we are going to categorize the organism with their particular trait, with their specific trait, with their particular feature or symptom, such type of classification pattern is referred as taxonomy. So this is guys whole about of systematics, in which we came to know in what way we are supposed to categorize the animals or in what way supposed to we nominate them. Thank you.